Hello everyone, my name's Brian, that's my brother Adam, and we are the Factional Fight Brothers, and we are doing our next, what are we doing? Village update, that's right. What have we done? When was the last time we did a village update? I think it was Halloween, right?
Yeah, it was
Ish.
Halloween, so we're approximately a month and a little bit, 5 weeks.
Yeah. Have we done that much? I don't know. Let's find out. Well, like you were saying, Adam, it's been, what, about a month? And I guess we've done some stuff. Oh, there goes the music again. And, we put in a lot of bricks. I think since the last update, we didn't actually say that we finished the castle, but I think in a live stream we said we finished the castle, but just so we have it in the village update, we finished the castle!
Yay!
Thank you. It was basically all. Let's give the credit to Winks, our new villager, who was dedicated to just finish the castle, and she just whipped out all these bricks and mortar and just did it all by herself. So thank you, Winks. So with the castle done, we decided, like, we had to do a whole bunch of decorating. I think I added up all the rooms and it was like 50 something rooms that needed decorating. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll actually be able to get around to finishing all those rooms, but we started at least. The next big project is actually something we've been ignoring, not really ignoring, just not had the time to do, and that is the kingdom walls that we really wanted to build up. So we are actually on a boat, and of course we hit the record button, so obviously it has to be nighttime, but you can sort of see that we kind of finished the outsides of some of them, and I didn't realize they were going to take this many bricks and mortar to make.
It's actually kind of insane how much bricks and mortar it takes to make a wall like this. This is just the outside of it.
Yeah, so we decided we're going to finish the outer parts, and the parts that's facing inside of our village, we're just going to leave blank until we finished all the outside parts and seeing if we even have any more bricks and mortar after that. But just this side probably took 3,000 to 5,000 bricks and mortar. Right there.
Yeah. Yeah,
Just
and
these
how many of these
points.
types of walls do we have in this place?
I think these points, just this part, like all around here, is probably about 1,000 itself. Yeah, that took a long time.
That's
It's like 2 rounds of a full cartload, and I figured out a way to do 660 bricks and mortar in a cartload, and I just bring it out exactly 660 of both bricks and mortar, and I had to use 2 of them just for those points. But yeah, it doesn't look like it's that much, does it? And this building is
It's
obviously
looking good.
like twice as long as, let's say, this building here. But
It's a pretty impressive building.
I did manage to finish this side at least. But yeah, we're still sort of trying to get it done. And we are trying to get it done before the Impalong starts. I don't really want to keep doing it while the Impalong is going on, but the chances of us finishing every single one of them is probably not that great. You know, the Impalong starts in like 2 weeks.
I know, it's kind of exciting actually. I'm very excited for the Impalong. The last Impalong that we went to was really fun. Met a lot of people, and I don't know. Looking forward to this one for sure.
For all you people out there that have no idea who we are, we have been recording Wurm Online videos for the past year or so, and you can always check us out at serversaredown.com or just on YouTube. I think our name is just Factional Fight. Just look up Factional Fight on YouTube. And you can watch all of our previous videos. We've been doing village updates for about a year, probably since last January, when this place was just fields. And we sort of have a progression. I think I have a video update section where you can just watch all of our video village updates, and you can see us building it from the very beginning. But so we're trying not to repeat ourselves in these village updates for those people that are watching it all the way through. But I don't remember what we say in them. So so what else have we done? I feel like I'm just in a daze of Kingdom Wall after Kingdom Wall.
That's the main thing that's been done in the last little while. Of course, we have our market area on the left here.
Left here.
Come in. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
just turn around. Yeah.
Each one is labeled. It's like a separate building. You can find like leather and cloth in this one because it's the leather and cloth building, and so forth.
Yeah.
The smithery, the general store. We actually have. We made some compasses. I'm not sure if they're still there. Do you want to be able to see your compass faster?
Be trying to stock them up a little bit more before the
Something else I've got to do.
But yeah. Got a lot of work, but that's sort of the way it is in this game.
I know Nightshade has helped us. She started adding these low rope fences. I wonder if we can disembark. Let's do that.
I like the look of these low rope
Yeah.
fences. It really adds to the dock feel of this area.
Yeah, she said she wanted to do it for a long time, and then all of a sudden I woke up and they were done. And she was yelling at me to destroy some of them because she messed up. But alright, so that's our port. What else have we done?
Well, we got a nice little addition here. This was like totally your idea, but
Yeah, I had this
where did you
idea.
go?
Oops. I brought a horse too. Let's get on this horse.
It's like you're missing a horse. Or
Oh,
you're
I
gonna
just
take
have
the
a horse. Yeah, I don't need the cart.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. What was my idea?
Okay, so it was over here. Just come this way. This is a kind of an interesting idea. I never really thought of it until you mentioned it, that we could potentially have guard towers that weren't the Freedom Guard towers. And there
Oh
it is.
yeah, that's right. We were lucky enough to have like a friend of a friend of a friend. Their friend lives on Chaos and was able to send us one of these nice guard towers. And I was able to destroy our other one. Oh, it just seems like a waste of bricks and mortar.
Yeah.
Destroy 500 and mortar and brick and 100 planks, and put another 500 mortar and
Yeah, that's
500
pretty
bricks and
much what it
planks,
was.
and managed to get one of these guys. It's really tall too. I didn't realize how tall it was.
Much different than the ones on Freedom. They are quite a bit taller, a little bit phallic.
You can go
say.
inside of them. I
Oh,
wanted
can
to
you?
give it. I wanted to give it some sort of look, like we actually have a round wall,
Yeah,
sort of.
I like how you
branching off
attached
of
it
this
to this
one.
village or this building here. It kind of makes it look like a tower of the building. It's a little roundness
Yeah,
too.
and I was thinking maybe I should build this building up a little more, but I don't have the bricks and mortar to do that yet. Maybe later.
Yeah.
I think that's all we did in the last month here down here. What do you think?
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean,
This building is still
As
under
far as the-
construction.
yeah, that we haven't gotten to this one yet.
We
Yeah,
still
for
don't
the
have
port.
our
think that's pretty much it.
planks.
We got a bunch of people visiting us. A couple guys here who are helping out with some bricks and mortar, which is kind of awesome.
Yeah, Nightshade really headed up that project. She was just like,
Oh,
"Do you
that's
guys
right.
need more bricks and mortar?" I'm like, "I always need more bricks and mortar." And it's
Mhm.
like, "Okay, give me a day." Like the next day, there's like a few people here, and she's like, "I've got 1,000 bricks here for you."
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good way to log in. Pekka, I'm not sure if this was done the last time, but he
That's right.
headed up.
I think it was.
He's the one with Chunk that built this church, and God, we've been neglecting this church forever, ever since it was made, and I feel so bad. We still haven't put in the altars. We really need to do that. But I guess he decided, he's like, I made this building for you guys, and you haven't decorated it at all. I'm gonna decorate it. So, and he
Yep.
did quite a good job. Look at how nice
Yeah,
it
I like
ended up.
I like it.
He even told us to dye these banners, and we still didn't do that.
No, that's
So this
my
was
job.
all
I
his
gotta get on
idea.
that.
He had a vision, and he came in here and did it. It looks like we're here for a funeral. R.I.P. Beecher. Moment of silence for falling off our castle. At least one person, a construction funeral. Here, there we go. Amen. Okay. Let's... Is there anything inside of this? I want to... Nope, nothing inside of there. Sorry. No Beecher corpse.
Yeah, I was about to say we should find a Beecher corpse, which are pretty pretty easy to find.
Alright, let's keep going. Where are we going?
Okay. Up. Let's go up to the village. Up to the villager area. Unless you
Oh,
can think
we
of
do have
another.
People following... There's, let's give it a nice wave.
Hello, how are you?
Of course, I'd probably look like I'm facing the wrong way. Alright,
Yeah.
did I say that I added these D token signs? Anybody remember? I don't know. People can find our
how are
D
you?
token now. Apparently that was a huge issue before.
Yeah.
No one could find it. I'm like, I'll just put signs. Like,
We did
If you're
tuck it
at-
away a little bit.
if you're at our marketplace, there's signs that'll just lead you right to... Here's the last sign. D token. Right there. I forget why we have this large chest here.
I think that large chest
That was
was
a bad
there
luck.
to just we would leave stuff for other villagers there. A common drop-off place. We haven't used it in a while though. Haven't really had a need, but yep, that's what it was there for. I'm surprised that somebody's been keeping up these flowers. I'll be honest.
I replanted them
Yes.
probably within the last few weeks, and I know Nightshade's been complaining. She keeps coming out here. She's like, I'm not gonna let these ones die this time, and she's like watering them, but watering them takes so much time. You can like spend an hour just on these watering them, unless you get your, I don't know, it's like gardening up. I think you need really high gardening. Maybe if you had 90 gardening, it wouldn't take an hour. I don't know.
I don't know. To me, it's not worth it. I mean, I like the way they look.
It
Don't
took
get me
shorter
wrong.
time to replant the flowers. It did.
But like, if you have to water them once a week and it takes an hour, it just doesn't seem worth it to me. I don't know.
It does take a lot of time, and I don't know, maybe it'll get adjusted at some point. It should just
Yeah.
be pour water in it, and over time the damage should go down for like a day or something. And then it should just, water them again in a few more days or a week. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
it should be more like repairing. Like one water session should repair it to full. Like, I don't know. For what they are, it doesn't seem that worth it.
So on the village level, what have we done? I don't think we did anything except for Knight's attempt at making this side match this side again. So I think, and this is really recent too, I think it was only a couple days ago.
Yeah.
It was like one day where And it's because like I never see her on. She's always playing in a different time zone. So I always like log in, and so much stuff has changed. Like, oh, that was done, and that was done, and that was wow. I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Yeah.
Which is a good thing, because I've been stuck inside of those walls forever.
Right.
That's why I feel like I'm still in a daze. Yeah, it is too bad that Templars couldn't be trained to do that. That would be a nice Templar job.
Yeah, watering the flowers. You mean?
Water flowers and kill that bear.
Yeah.
All right. So other than that, do you know if and I know Chonk's been on, trying to work vigorously through trying to get all this leatherworking stuff done for the Impelong.
That's right.
Pekka's been on trying to make as many bricks and mortar as we possibly can get so that we can finish this place up.
Yep.
Doesn't look like it's gonna happen. We'll find out. But over the last month, I would say the most amount of work was still around the castle.
For sure.
So let's go check that out. The problem
I think
is,
since the last time that we went in here on a video, the biggest change would be the decoration, I'd say.
and the fact that we actually finished it.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. But I mean, at least I think last time we went in here, it was 4 or 5 out of the 7 buildings were done. Right, so a person who walked in here probably wouldn't notice that 2 other buildings are now complete because you get lost before you found those 2 buildings. But
That's what I've been getting told. Like this main building, which we walked through this building the last time, didn't we?
yeah.
And it's not like a puzzle building, and there's no maze to it. But everyone that I bring in seems to not be able to get around. I don't know if maybe decorations will help. But I even want to do around the castle. This is supposed to be like gardens. It's just a big mess. I haven't really dealt with it. The only thing I did was this section. I added... I managed to finish a mission to make a foundation pillar, and it ends up being called the Menhir of Pain. The Menhir of Pain. I don't know. Something like that. It's a pain pillar.
Yeah.
And it does this thing where it shows you a plaque of who helped, and it lists everyone that was like possibly on the server at the time of completion. I don't know why it does this. So like this person did 0% and 0%. It's like, then who actually helped? I don't even know. I can find out. Here, Feyran did 1%. Yeah, that really means that I did 100%. Just so, because it's not that hard to make one of these. I think in the end, it was only, I don't know. You can look it up on Wiki. 100 and something bricks and mortar. I don't know. But I put it here, put some statues around it. It's supposed to just be part of the garden, but it's really the only part of the garden on this side that I did anything. That's about it. So in the castle, you were saying?
Yeah. So one of the big changes that you'll notice is well, I think that these buildings right at the front here are different. Right here.
Are these different?
I don't think that
Did anybody
they were
watch
here the last time.
the last update? I can't remember when I did this.
I'm pretty sure that they were added after. So like these statues look pretty cool.
I was wondering, because I even asked you guys, and I asked everyone in the village, I'm like, come here, I want to know if, this fountain looks better, or does this fountain look better? And everyone's just like, oh yeah, they both look good. I'm like, then which one should I pick if you guys aren't going to give me an answer? So I just left like both of them. So yeah, which one do you like better, Adam?
I don't know. I mean, okay. So the thing is that the demon is sort of clipping through the fountain. The left one, you can sort of see that top bowl, and the right one, you can see the unicorn head coming out of his chest.
It's like jutting out of his chest, like ah.
Yeah. So I don't know. It'd be nice
And
if there was a
those
little...
are the answers I've been getting for the last month.
Yeah. I don't know, it looks cool.
So whoever's watching this, which one do you guys like? Let me know.
I mean, before this, I think in the last video, we had our Hoda statues here. And I did like the idea of the Hoda statues on the top of the building, but I don't know. I also like...
I got rid of them.
I like
so just before we go in, I just want a reminder. I know we've shown this in the past in a video or something. Our Epic portal's right here. So if anybody from Epic wants to come, and we had a couple people from Epic come, and we showed them around, and it was quite a nice morning.
Yep.
You guys can come to Delhi if you've never been here for the first time, and just come down to our deed and leave through this portal. And then whenever you want to visit, you just come through our portal, and you'll be right here. That was a quick reminder.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
we should mention one of the guys who came, Delion, D-L-I-O-N. I apologize for mispronouncing it. Delion.
Thank you very much for.
But yes, thank you very much for your support. And you know, him and a buddy came and visited the castle and tried out a few of the puzzles. It was a good time.
And they're on Epic, and they will not be taking part in the actual... We will have an event where you can win prizes for people that haven't gone through or really been through the castle. Now, we do have the castle currently open, but only one part of the castle is open and not the puzzle parts. So you can still come and visit and kind of enter the castle and just this entrance, just to see what it's like, or just watch it on this video. It'll be the same. All right, let's go.
So this entrance is
probably a little new. So does this look new? Yes. What's new here? I'll let you give the tour.
For one, there's no more BSBs on the floor.
It took me like 2 days to get rid of all the BSBs that were in this room.
It was insane how much... just imagine like 15 BSBs filled to the brim of stuff. Yeah, and you got rid of them all. So that was pretty crazy.
And we started an actual storage room. We have a real storage room.
And you can now see where the Hoda statues were put. Nice. I like the location. It also gives the red ambiance to this room, which is really nice.
It's very red.
The other thing is these fountains. I was surprised to find that one of the fountains was in fact a water tile in a very...
It is a water tile. I need a drink.
Yeah, location.
Gotta drink this blessed Griff water. Did you know that you can not only can you name water and it stays that way, but if you fill a bucket, the name comes with it. I just poured some blessed Griff water into my bucket.
That's a pretty nice carving knife you got there.
What?
That's a pretty nice carving knife.
Well, I can't take any credit for that carving knife.
No, yeah, that was a gift.
So what are we doing?
So yeah, you set the other fountain on the other side to make it nice and symmetric, which is really nice.
This fountain doesn't actually refill the water. It's not on a water tile. I just put it there, and I just take a bunch of small barrels or something, put it in a cart, just fill up this water, pour it into this one fountain.
I think we should take a little tour of this building because it has changed quite a bit in terms of the decoration of it.
The other thing that I was very sort of annoyed about was the fact that you can't start a pillar inside of a house. Now I understand why before you couldn't, because we only had like single-story houses that would be jutting out of the ceiling, like forges and stuff. But I really wanted to have pillars in this house, and you can see that because I can't start a pillar in this in houses, like how am I supposed to get pillars on the top floors? How am I supposed to get them up? Because I did find that you can finish them outside and push them in, but
you have to push them.
like pushing them in. Oh, the nightmares and the horrors of that one day where we pushed the loom all the way across Delhi.
Halfway across the server, yeah.
Yeah, so at least I only had to do maybe 6 tiles or something. But so I finished this one. I think I finished this one, and then I found that only 1 pillar per tile. So it has the same limit as like a BSB, and I was pushing them in at the same time that I had the BSBs all littered throughout the floor here.
Yeah.
So I'm like pushing BSBs away, and I'm like trying to make a path, carve a path through to get these pillars. I experimented with pillars on this side, but you can see that I can't have a pillar here and a pillar here because it would be the same tile. It would have to be sort of off. But when I got the pillar there, it was completely blocking these statues, so I decided maybe not. And so anyway, then when I was building the foundation pillar, I realized, and I guess we'll have to keep this a secret, right? No one's gonna tell anybody? I don't know if it's a secret. I realized that unfinished foundation pillars look exactly the same as finished pillars. Boom, unfinished foundation pillar. So I just made a whole bunch of unfinished foundation pillars. And the problem with unfinished items is just like every unfinished item where you can't see it beyond like six tiles or something.
Yeah, but that's no issue inside a house.
But inside of a house, everything you can't see beyond that many tiles. So it's the same. So if you just like go this far or something, these will disappear. And they'll come back. But like this is finished. These gold candelabras will disappear just as well as that. And that's just a limit to housing. Maybe they'll raise it a bit, but we're already lagging enough here. Okay, so what were you saying? That's why it looks like this. We haven't even put candles in these gold candelabras. We're so lazy. Okay.
Lazy, yeah, that's exactly right. We're lazy.
I was thinking these candles, if we turn them on, put some lamps, it'll
Well,
make it look a lot nicer. But
I don't like how
eventually.
candles don't last long enough. They just, I don't know.
Do candelabras last? Does anybody have candelabras in their house on a deed? Do they last forever? I hope so. I hope they're like lamps.
Yeah.
Anyway, I have no idea.
I mean, if they are like lamps, then we'll probably fill the whole castle with them. At least that's what my expectation, what I feel like we should do. It looks really nice, candelabras.
They last forever. Okay, I'm sorry.
Very nice.
Because of these glasses, I can't see. It's like a very green name. The very bright neon green name person. Can you read that?
I might be able to.
Yeah, they do. There we go. Okay.
Oh, my goodness. Nope.
Anyway, sorry for
I think
bad
that
eyes.
is Ataz, which is the gentleman who's with us here. He's come to visit.
Okay, and that's how you pronounce it? Ataz?
Yeah,
Ataz?
green. Ah, I see. If you highlight it, it'll look better.
Oh,
Yeah, and Neem also agrees. Neem is one of our alliance members. Neem.
Ataz. Okay. So here we are. Yeah, anyone that's here, you guys can climb up here too. What we have is we have all the other buildings locked up. So this building's unlocked. I didn't really. The problem with these, you can't push or pull them, so you just have to drop them and hope that they go in a good spot. So upstairs. Upstairs.
And while we climb up, I just want to mention that if you're in our channel, feel free to ask questions, or we'll be reading it periodically. You can actually see it on the stream. Brian's put a little window there. Ask questions.
I'm not
and
sure how well it turns out, but give it a try.
yeah, we'll answer the questions either throughout, or we'll save it for our question and answer section. And
I added some statues here. I know, Adam, you're working on some dyes. We just went on an epic copper vein run where we pretty much removed an entire utmost copper vein that had over 5,000 lumps in it. It was like 6,500 or something. And we have to really give all the credit to
Winks.
Winks.
Yeah. Yeah, thanks, Winks. That was amazing.
It stopped Adam from purchasing something really expensive, so thank you. We have the money to spend on it.
Yep.
Anyway, I tried to be symmetrical here.
This was pretty cool. I like this.
That's right. So we did get a whole bunch of Hoda statues. Here's another one, the bear versus warrior. I haven't given it a name yet. But one thing that I found is if I put these fountains here and sort of lean them over, I don't know if you get the same effect. They make it look like it's part of the wall, sort of.
I see. You sort of have to think about it that way, but yeah.
You have to imagine. Maybe if I put, I don't know. So I tried to decorate this, just put random statues, anything that fit. I realized that I couldn't put anything really tall. Like my first instinct was like, I'll put a troll statue, and it was like its head was going through the roof. I had to destroy it.
It's interesting. I never noticed this. As you walk out this area, you're actually walking out onto a balcony. You can see up into the sky.
We know so little about chaos and like the how Hoda works and stuff there.
Yeah, no, yeah.
We just, somebody's selling them, we just like buy them. So yeah, we bought a couple. We were like, we have a castle, we really need to decorate this place up a little bit. So yeah, these anytime, I didn't mention this before, anytime you see a wooden opening, I'm waiting for stairs to come into the game.
Yeah.
So that I can replace them with stairs. So this is supposed to be stairs leading downwards, like down to here.
Yeah, and I think that it's this spot that most people have issues with. Like when we said at the beginning, like that, people find this like a maze, they can't get to the top. Well, they'll look out here and say, maybe I shouldn't go this way. But really what you have to do is fall.
Yeah, fall down. It leads to this sort of entrance where you can see out into our little front courtyard.
Yeah, this is nice.
Yeah. And then, if you keep going this way, you just lead yourself back out because it's all symmetrical.
It's a symmetric, yeah.
So you have to go down here, and you can sort of see below our Hoda statues, our pillars.
So we're now right above the entrance of the entire thing.
That's right.
Yeah.
These, unfortunately, will remain openings. That's why they're marble. But this is supposed to be stairs. So stairs sort of leaning upwards here to here. Man, it's so
Hopefully
dark.
bridges will bring stairs.
Look at our village.
Yeah, this is a nice view.
Oh, look at
I
the lights
wish
popping
that this
in.
was the daytime. Those the castle walls look really nice, or the village, what do you call them? Kingdom walls look really nice.
And they're supposed to go all the way around our entire village, not just the port. I just haven't had time to build them up.
Gives you a little bit of perspective because we're standing right near the back of our deed.
Yeah.
And those walls go right along the border, like right along the edge.
I don't
of
know
our
if
deed.
you guys can really see very much. It's very dark, but
It is very dark, yeah.
out there, that's the front of our deed. We are at the back, where you can see where we took down that mountain. Right here. I think the tile before this one is the end of our deed.
See, pushing that loom versus taking down the mountain. Taking down the mountain is I have way more nightmares about. That's for sure. Man, that took at least, what was it, like a month and a half of just surface mining every day.
I have no idea, but at least we have it video recorded somewhere.
Yeah, we do have
that
video
we can-
recording, yeah.
You can tell.
Yeah.
Look over there. There's Crowley. On that side. I've never actually gone to that side, but there's a way to get over on that side, and where the statues.
What do you
were
mean you've
above
never
us.
gone to that side? I'm sure
Well,
you've gone to that side. You built it.
in a village, I think.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Anyway, this is supposed to be like the throne room.
Yeah.
So you can take it all in. We have one of these Hoda statues here of the No-Gump. I like how I kind of positioned it to make it look like he has his spiky hands in the in the wall, and I called it Griffith in the morning. Yep, that's Griffith in the morning. I don't
Well,
know.
you know, what was funny was that before the Hoda statue, you had a chair. It was like just one of the this is the best chair we got. It's the crappiest looking throne ever.
Like, there's our throne, a
Yeah.
nice chair with some quilted stuff on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're like, well, we'll just put a statue in there. I think it's a lot better. So again, I had more unfinished foundation pillars, and I put it around, tried to make it look like a throne room, sort of. And a lot of these chests hanging around, which we haven't finished, so they're completely empty.
Yep.
We really got to get on that. But
And I think we'll leave that as sort of like a part of the secret of the castle.
okay, so yeah, that's pretty much all we did in this room. And I did decorate the other parts of the room, but I can't really edit it out, and I don't want to show a lot of us going through. Maybe a couple rooms.
Yeah. I think we should show some of the key rooms. Like, we could probably
Some
get
of the
there
key
without
rooms.
giving away stuff.
How are we going to do that?
Well, I mean,
There's Adam.
a lot of the rooms are like right near the beginning, right? No? Yeah? I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I know one room that I really want to show.
Okay. Yeah, the problem is that we won't be able to show a lot of the room. Like, there's been a lot. This is just one building, and there's a lot of rooms that are just totally decked out with stuff. But a lot of them are deep in the castle where we will have to give away a little bit that we don't want to give away. But I feel like there's a few rooms that we could probably get to. At least a couple rooms.
And while we go through any of these rooms, is there anything that you want to talk about?
Yeah. I have a couple of things I want to talk about. Like,
And there's been a lot
one
of
of the things
announcements in the game
yeah,
recently.
that's definitely want to talk about the announcements that we've been getting last couple of weeks. By the way, I love the announcements. I know everybody's saying it, but I love them like so much. I look forward to it every week. And this week was just like mind blown. The new announcement about the wagon.
Yeah, I sort of knew
Just
about it
stuff.
a little bit beforehand. I wasn't
Yeah,
allowed to
but
say anything.
This is something that
I
you.
didn't.
I remember you hashing out this idea to me, like nearly half a year ago. Like completely independent of developers or whatever. Like you were talking about this, and you had gone in great detail about how you feel like these things should work. One of the things I remember you said was 4 horses. I
Mhm.
remember specifically.
I'm probably
saying-
not the only one that was thinking about that.
Oh yeah, sure. I mean, it's a great idea. It's a great addition to the game, and I mean, it's going to change a lot. And right now, we're in the midst of carting around thousands and thousands of shards and bricks. That thing is going to work wonders after we finish the castle.
We have a lot of strange ideas. I'm almost thinking of just doing an entire video. I think I've said this before. Of just
we
our
have.
ideas.
Yeah,
One day.
yeah.
One
We
live
have
stream
had
at
that
some
idea
point.
before, but we never did.
We'll just start blabbing. Anyway, this is the room that I want to
Like,
show.
that's-
It's
like
a
that's not what we do.
sign that's saying it's the sign room. Yeah.
This is the room you wanted to show.
I put my signs in this room. So when I need a sign, people are like, oh, you know what? I kind of need a couple of pointy signs, which happened today.
Oh, okay.
I got a request. I need some pointy signs. I'm like, I'll make some for you. And I just ran here and pretended like I made them and just picked them up.
That's I can see like that big stack of pointy signs that you took out.
Yeah.
That's a lot of shop signs you got there.
Yeah, well, look at them
How
moving.
many
You can
are
see them
there?
all glitching out.
Yeah.
I don't know, 15 or something.
Wow. Yeah, and you've been hanging them all over the place. I like it because the little symbol
Yeah, this is a temporary
helps a
sign.
lot.
This means we have no idea what this room's going to be. It's just an empty room.
I see. So this is one of the rooms that we need
Empty
to.
big room that
finish.
has 8 tiles. What should go in here? Oh. This room's even bigger, I think. What's it go in here? Oh. Anyone
Is this
have an
a room
idea?
or is this? Oh yeah.
There's a giant room.
You know what? Maybe
Two
I'll
stories.
take on this room to decorate it.
And the thing about the bottom level rooms is I sort of want them to be useful. They're easier to get to. That's why I created an entire room of just signs, because we had the space. So if you can think of anything where we could actually use this room for something.
Well, see, the problem with
We'll do
posing that to the audience is that we have maybe 9 rooms that we use, 9 or 10 rooms that we have like uses for. So, I mean, it's almost like every skill gets its own little place.
Eventually we run out of ideas.
Yeah. It might turn into another storage room. Our first storage room is kind of getting big, full.
So which rooms did you want to show off? Like, I know that this... I mean, here's your messy smithery. I finished the floors. It's still messy.
Hey, you know what? All these lamps, I don't know, they showed up one day. Those aren't mine. Somebody dumped them.
Sort of got them.
And you dumped them all around my forge area.
Well, I'm sure they need imping. I don't know. Before we head them out and bring them somewhere. But yeah, we actually sort of closed down puzzles. That was a sad day.
Yeah. We still have to go back to pick up a couple of things, but that'll be after the load feature adds. Yeah, one thing that you changed in this room was the floors recently.
Yep. I sort of separated them.
That the whole thing would be slate.
And I didn't do it, because that's insane. You think that slate would be maybe double the amount of mats than stone bricks? Like stone bricks is 10
double,
10 bricks
triple
and 10
would be
mortar.
Reasonable, I'd say. Yeah, 30.
It's freaking quadruple the amount of slate, mortar, and concrete. That's
mortar and concrete. Nice.
It's 42 slate shards to finish one tile. Slate bricks.
Yeah. Slate bricks, so not only have
plus
they look
4
awesome,
concrete.
I love the
4
look
concrete
of slate.
or 8 concrete. One of those, and like 20 mortar for one tile. Oh, 10 mortar for one tile. 10 mortar,
yeah. But the fact that you need concrete is just stupid.
Which is in itself.
Well, I mean,
mortar.
It's realistic. It's realistic, but yeah, it's mortar and ash and.
It's the only thing that's realistic.
It's realistic, but it's just concrete is a pain.
So look at this one: 2 slabs, stone slabs, and like 10 mortar.
Yeah. So you did give me a little bit of slate.
Right here, 88 slate bricks for these 2 tiles.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't think there's enough slate in the entire server to finish this entire castle.
That would be awesome. If all the floors of all this entire castle was slate, it would just look so cool.
And that forge never turns off, does it?
Nope. I put some peat in there a couple hours ago, maybe a few hours before. A couple hours before the stream started, for sure.
That's pretty crazy.
And it still burned for a long time.
Is there
I did set
up
a room over here. My dye making room.
That's why there's all these barrels everywhere that are different colors.
Yeah, started with that, experimenting with it.
I see.
I think I need a large barrel or something here, something to do my mixing in. But anyway, that's something I'll do later.
We'll add it to the list.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I think that's it. What else did we do?
This area.
Oh, we did a lot of decorating.
Is it too far to show those those nice looking rooms that we made there that were decorated by Winx? Is that too far in? At least one of the rooms.
What do you think, Winx? Is she even around? I don't know. Maybe if I look down. I don't even know where I'm going.
I lost you.
Wait. I'm back at the beginning. Mm,
You took one turn and I lost you completely. Okay, I know where you are now. You are back at the beginning.
okay. Maybe I should just. I don't even know.
And sorry to the visitors who are here. We're sort of, we did, I think, block off a lot of the castle. Like, you can't get in here.
I don't even know. Where am I? Is there another way for me to do this? That doesn't involve me looking down?
Are you giving away the whole secret of the castle yet?
I don't know. Ooh, let's go up here.
Up here?
Yeah.
It's funny as I'm relying on watching the stream to follow you. This is really hilarious. Okay.
So, I am so happy that Winx took it upon herself to, after constant begging, to kind of decorate one of the castle buildings herself.
I don't think we're going to get a better castle building than this one. This one's just awesome.
Luckily, there's not that many rooms in this castle building. It's sort of open. We can't show you guys the secrets in this one. Just some rooms, I guess, is fine. But she had the idea of, I guess, theming all the rooms so that people will know where they are, sort of. You know, they go into, what is this one? This one's the armory.
Yeah, there's a sign behind you there that says armory.
We have the wine room here, quickly go through, and of course the dining room is over here.
Does the wine room actually have wine in it?
You still haven't finished dyeing the tables.
I'm telling you, I've had no time. No time.
Anyway, yeah, so that when you're going through the castle, it's not just like, oh, another empty room, so that you can be like, oh, the dining room again. Damn you, Griffith.
Yeah. That's right. I like that. Gives a little bit of character to each room.
She did a good
little
job.
Landmarks.
Basically took all of our meditation rugs, but that's okay.
That's okay.
They were just sitting around anyway.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's like way too organized for us.
Yep. We're sort of all over the place.
We don't do organization well.
No.
Anyway, she did a couple other rooms, I think, too.
I'm already lost.
Let's see. She's doing this, like, toy room. I dropped a yo-yo. Didn't yo-yos look bigger at some point? They were like giant yo-yos. I don't remember. I could be thinking of
maybe we
game.
can get puppets put in here.
Aren't there puppets put in? No, there's not. I think I already made some. Where am I? Oh, in this mail room. Not that we really have a faux priest to enchant them, but
Not that we want to.
But we've got some of these things.
This would be a hard room to get to if we wanted to mail something.
It's closer. Actually, it's probably not closer to you than our regular mailbox.
And then we're looking
Anyway.
down on the armory. That's pretty cool.
I know Nightshade did a bunch of rooms too, and she did it on the other side of the castle though. But yeah, she did a bunch. I think she's still working, and she did some really good work as well. I don't even think Adam's seen it. It's that hard to get to.
What's that?
Or he's just lazy.
What's that?
The Nightshade rooms. She agreed to do a bunch of rooms.
I'm just lazy, I guess.
So, other than that, I actually did a bunch of... where am I? Here. I started sort of like the garden area on this side. 100% I'm not going to be able to finish this area. I need too many hedges, too many just things. I don't have time in 2 weeks. But I finished this one because I really needed a spot to put this last Hoda statue of the Griffith versus the bear. Who do you think's winning this battle? Is it Griffith or is it the bear? Man, that bear doesn't look good. He got the sword right in his chest. But, you know, the bear has him by the arm. I just don't know. But the reason why I have it inside of one of these buildings is just extra protection. It's actually inside of this building, even though it's on top of it. So it has all the protection that a house would have. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that's nice.
I don't know if that makes sense. Yeah.
It does for Hoda statues, I'd say.
So that's why it's on top. This also gives it a nice height and makes it look nice, I guess. And after I did this, I was really like, I don't know if I like this whole ladder thing, and I was thinking of ways not to have a ladder, and I thought of the way after I did this, but it's so, it uses so many mats. But if you guys haven't done a gazebo like this and you wanted to do it and you didn't want the ladder, even though I sort of like the ladder because it gives you access to it, make a 2x1 house. So extend the house here, put the opening on this tile, finish this side, then destroy all the walls on this side, and then erase this this plan, and then finish up this wall, and you won't be able to get back up there, but you won't have this ladder. If that makes any sense. I don't know. I sort of was blabbing.
You won't
It's
get
just
up
too
there
much
though,
work.
and
Yeah, you won't be able to
Hoda
get back
statue will
up.
be stuck there forever. It is a lot of work, but yeah, this game is not. You know, that's the way this game goes, I think.
These are actually growing now. I haven't been here since they've been medium height. Yeah, I did the floors. I just did marble and slate or slabs.
Yeah, I
stone
saw
slab.
you even put the marble underneath the Hoda statue, which makes it look a little cool. A little nice.
Haven't really finished the area. Put some lights. I don't know.
We haven't even touched these outer walls, the castle walls on the outside.
Yeah, these are part
We
of
had
the kingdom
plans.
walls.
Yeah, we had
that-
plans for these to go really high, but
I haven't even
I
finished.
don't
this
know.
part yet.
After seeing how much mats goes into the front ones,
These aren't going to go that high. These will be
Yeah, I
pretty
don't
low.
think- yeah.
We'll finish them off, and I have an idea. I put these curbs around. I don't know.
Yeah, this is a
gives
kind
it
of
a
like
better
a
look.
nice. You did
These
up
are
this little back area.
Sort of our personal stables that only I seem to use anymore.
I'll be honest, they're really far out of the way. I would say.
They didn't work out for anyone but me. So
Yeah.
I'm sort of the only one that uses them.
Yep.
And this is my cart. You know what I didn't realize? Because you need 4 horses, we're gonna need more gear. Everyone's gonna need more horse gear when those wagons come out.
Yep. I'm gonna be working on making a bunch of gear for. I think that the price of them is gonna go up, but I mean, we have how many villagers? We're gonna need how many horseshoes and how many saddles? It's gonna be crazy. We're gonna stock
Yeah.
up on that stuff.
So it's really hard to show you guys the actual castle. I mean, it's pretty much looked like this for a while. I'm pretty sure. It's been mainly the inner walls that I haven't finished. So yeah, I guess watch a previous video to see a whole, like, I think we even do a 360 or something at one point.
Yeah.
What else have we done? And a lot of work has been done in the mines.
We do want to show that for sure.
So we have a question from LT Validate. Was that life transferred validate? Yeah. Does horse gear help increase cart speed as well? And the answer is yes.
It does quite
How
substantially
fast?
too. I mean,
Yeah, we
I've
managed to
gotten
get,
I've gotten my
Yeah.
cart above 20.
yeah,
kilometers
somewhere
per
around
hour.
20 at the highest level. You could probably go faster. We don't have the best gear.
Yeah.
Adam sells it all.
Well, I mean, there's the cost benefit ratio, you know. Like, do I
We
need to
don't
go that
get the
extra
good
0.3
stuff.
kilometers per hour? I don't know.
And here I am in the corner. Yes, yes, we do. Over here.
Yes, yeah.
Look at me. He's like, I think I will sell it. No one objecting? I'm objecting over here. All right, I'm selling it. So the mine.
It does look nice to have like a full set of, let's say, 90 plus WA gear.
Yeah, and the thing about gear is that, or horseshoes and saddles, is that the WOA doesn't decay. So
That's the
it'll
big
always
thing about
be
horseshoes.
that high. So it's
Yeah.
definitely worth it a lot more than, let's say, a tool, which will decay. So before we go into the mine, Nightshade finally took her army of gnomes and decided to put them all around her little farm here.
Mm.
Did I say that? I feel like I said that at some point.
No,
I
you
don't
not on one of our videos.
Oh, so yeah. So it looks like that she's like they're doing the farming for her. But
Except for they're not
don't.
doing a very good job.
That's right. But they're really holding a shovel.
Oh, but that's oat, not
That is oat,
rotted.
yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so again, I can't take any credit for this. But who's this? Sinestra.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Sinestra. She's helping us fix, like they were broken, our minds.
Hello.
They
Hello.
were broken. Yeah, they were broken in her eyes.
Apparently, she came here and said, "Wow, my eyes are bleeding. This
Your
is
mind
like-
is making me vomit.
yeah, that sort of thing. I don't
Yeah.
know. I didn't have a problem with it. So she's like, I need to fix your mind because this is unacceptable."
Mm-hmm.
And that's what she's been doing. Yeah, so it looks a lot. What are these signs doing? The Rock Quarry and Tin Pan Alley. We have a Tin Pan Alley.
We do have quite a bit of tin in this area. That's for sure.
That's not tin. That's also iron. That's also iron. Where's the tin? That's also iron. I don't see no... There's also iron. Where's the tin?
Wow, this is looking really good.
I like can't see anything even though my light's on.
I do need to change some settings here.
Oh,
It's kinda-
the tin has no lights yet, as you guys can see right here.
Hmm.
Now, why am I even down here? This place is a lot bigger than last time. She's like this master mine expert
No, it
extraordinaire.
doesn't take very long. Every time I come down here, it's like completely different. I get lost. But one thing I like how it's set up is that it's kind of set up in rooms.
Mm.
You know, like
And I don't know if
very-
we've actually shown this. Have we shown this yet? We did a video about making our tunnel across the mountain.
yeah,
And we actually finished it, sort of. So, yeah, this is it. I actually went around because I was trying to learn. Here is tin right here. I was trying to learn how to like level floors. So I went through our tunnel, and it was pretty awful after you notice those things. If I just ran through, I wouldn't notice at all. But if you actually
Yeah.
sit there and you're like trying to level it, and you see it go from like just awkward, horribly sloped, just a mess, to actually level, it looks a lot better.
Mm.
And really, like Nightshade, I think, put these lamps. This is really nice. I mean, this is
think we still need to-
essentially her tunnel. Like, it goes directly
Yeah.
to her place.
That's right. I think we need to raise some of these ceilings here, but yeah.
Yeah, there are some ceilings, especially over there. I don't know. Where are we going?
I don't know. We're just. This is our tunnel now. I think it's quite a bit different than it was before. It is flatter. It is.
Whoa,
The ceilings
whoa,
are tall.
Where am I looking? Yeah, this needs to be raised. All this needs to be raised. And that's it. We're already through the mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And there's Nightshade's place. Which now looks like this with the new palisades. What is your opinion on the new palisades? I don't think you ever talked about it.
Yeah.
It took me forever to look at them. It took me forever to come out here, which is the closest place with them. I can't see
They
through
do
them
look a little bit
anymore.
more realistic than before. I like the gates. They actually look different than the rest of it.
Yeah, you can tell where they are.
But you know, one thing about the textures in Wurm is that
That's her big farm.
the repeating patterns are kind of hard to look at. You know, like you look at a massive wall of a house, of a multi-story house, and if it's all just like stone brick, it's just the texture just looks very repetitive. I think it's the same with the. I see what they tried to do a different, you know, a pattern of dark wood and light wood, dark wood, light wood, so it wasn't so. But it's still, I don't know.
Well, not much you can do when we can
No.
basically create whatever we want in this game.
That's true. I mean, I'm not complaining that much. It's good that we're getting new stuff. I like the updated graphics a lot.
Me too. So, let's talk about before we make it back over the mountain.
Are you going over the mountain this time?
Yeah,
okay.
so that we can see down from that.
I wouldn't quite call it a mountain, but it's
It's our hill.
It's our hill.
There's a Q&A for the devs coming up. What, December something or other? Go on
I
the
like these
forums, you can
Q&As.
see it.
You know, they
I don't know,
always
what do you
seem to
feel?
hold these. They always seem to hold these Q&As right before a major update, and there's been this major update brewing. We're getting glimpses of it every week. I wish I could be there. I think I'm going to be working during
But
that
if you
time.
could ask any question, what would your question be? And what would your guys' questions be?
You know,
What do you think?
I'll be honest. I feel like the updates have been keeping us well informed. I definitely have questions about bridges
Like
that
what?
I want to know, and I think that the answers are just going to come when bridges are implemented anyway. But I am curious to know whether or not we'll be able to use bridges as stairs, because as you saw, we have a lot of area in the castle where so essentially really they need to just make my idea is that if they just made bridges go from one floor of a house to another floor of a house, then it would sort of become like a ramp or something like that. So I'm just wondering if that's possible. And maybe that might lead to switching a bridge texture to a stair texture, and then use
I
the.
don't think that's what they're going for, but
I know they're not going for it, but is it something that, like, if they're making bridges, which basically takes you from one tile to another across this bridge, couldn't you just do the exact same thing inside a house and just change the texture to a different, you know, looking like stairs? It would still act like a ramp. You can ride a horse up it or whatever.
I would
but
say, yeah, couldn't they make stair textures? Like you can use the same process to create stairs, I guess. If that's what you were saying, not actually
Yeah.
build a bridge and
That's
then it
right.
turns into a stair.
No. That's exactly what I mean. I mean, you would build what is called build a staircase or whatever, but
In the same way
Use
that whatever.
the
And we don't even
functionality.
know. We don't even know what it's going to be like.
yeah,
So
I don't know.
Sorry.
What about you?
Altaz? He said he
What would
would
you-
ask about hunting. The hunting server has been suggested on the forums. I guess that
Yeah,
means it's
I
just
read
one
that.
server where you can just hunt and that's it.
I read that. I wouldn't imagine that they would go for that.
An entire server that's just
An
for
entire
hunting.
server devoted for hunting. Like the idea was that you couldn't build anything there. part of me feels like that would completely defeat the purpose of the whole game. But at the same time, what it would allow for faster leveling of fight skill, which, like, I don't know. It
God,
seems
there's some places on Delhi, like up north in the forest, that's just animals everywhere. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Anywhere near puzzles.
Yep.
I heard
there's
a bunch
lot
of
of places
the lakes
still
up there.
around
Echo
that you
Lake
can go.
area.
Yeah. At least on Delhi, for sure. We know the good hunting grounds.
But I haven't actually gone through and I tried to hunt in a year.
I've heard that
and
places
I did.
on I've heard that places on Indie, Indie is very bad for hunting.
And that's something we have no idea. So you were saying,
Yeah,
what
no
would
idea.
what would I ask?
Yeah, yeah.
I would ask for why do we not have stairs yet? I really want stairs.
Stairs, yeah, I know. Stairs is a big one.
I don't think it's such a high priority for them, to tell you the truth, but it would be
It's kind of
nice.
interesting that it's. I wish that it was a priority for them, because it's something that when they implemented multi-story buildings, that they said that they were going to implement it in, and that these these floor openings or whatever were sort of a temporary thing, but it sort of turned into a permanent thing. They went so far as to adding items in the game that were part of a staircase.
That's
Remember
right.
that?
You can build a staircase still.
Can you still do it?
You
I thought
can
they got
still
rid of
build
it.
stairs. It's just a bag on the ground. But
Like, you build the item and it's not even an item. It's like, I don't know. It seems like a half finished.
it is. It's a
product.
half-finished item that never got finished that you could push around. Imagine pushing around staircases. That's funny. But yeah, I hope that they're still on the radar, that it's still coming. It's probably not being actively worked on. And I think the reason why, although I have no idea, is because if you notice, you still can't bring carts up to multi-level stories.
That's
Now,
right.
you can drag a cart up there, but you can't
Ride a horse.
can't ride a horse. If you try to command like a cart while you're on the upper floor, it transports you back down to the bottom. Yeah, it's still quite buggy, the multi-story. It's still not quite there yet, and maybe that's why. Maybe that's why they haven't allowed or worked on it. Maybe they have to get rid of all those bugs first. I mean, our carts and horses still fall through the floors inside of buildings.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, maybe they need to put in some code or something, and that's not being done, and they need that done before they can get around to the stairs, which is a whole different issue, and I don't know. Who knows?
Well, I mean, part of me, I remember way back in the day when Rolf would talk about multi-story as being a vision of his, like, this is way before multi-story was added into the game, maybe a year before. And I mean, the fact that it came true completely changed the game. Like, I think back to when there was no multi-story and what the game looked like then. It was just, I don't know. The houses were all one-story
we
houses.
have video proof of what it was like back then, when we all looked like Robin Hood. So
We came up with creative ways of making the houses look kind of cool, but still, they were all one-story. It was just like,
I know, it hasn't even been a year yet. Hasn't even been a year yet, and
that's right. We couldn't even
Since
build inside
multi-story.
houses. That's right.
inner
So there's a
walls.
question there. Any point training archery?
Is there any point training archery?
In terms of freedom, no. I would say no.
It's
But,
fun.
In terms of PvP, for sure.
Yeah,
I'd say that
we've had some friends that went to Chaos, and
Yeah.
before she left, she trained her archery and got her fighting skill up and did all that stuff. And then she went to Chaos.
That's right.
And I
Archery
think she
plays
did
a
pretty
big
good there.
Yeah, it's a big factor in PvP. I mean, just hitting somebody from range is just, I don't know. You can only imagine.
Mm.
But it's a lot of effort to make arrows and to train it up. And the benefits, it's better on freedom. It's better to spend your time just training your fight skill up because it'll get to the point where you can just take on whatever you need to take on.
That's true. So I think that is pretty much our village update for today. Trying to get a good view of our castle. Yeah, I don't know. Something like this. That's our castle. It is finally done. We're working on the kingdom walls. We are working as hard as we can, as many days as we can. Thank you everyone for watching. We are apparently the Care Bear Nerds, and we'll see you guys on the next episode. Thanks. Take care.